And we're back with Team Remster versus Team Bearcat, Game 2. With Bearcat team up 1-0. Should probably unmute myself in Discord too.
Wow.
Yeah, the game's up for Game 2.
I don't see it.
That's just because Seth had internet issues.
Oh no.
Regards to bands, we have pretty much exactly the same bands. First phase. Second phase bands by the Radiant bands out the Reiki. So, first phase Lena Ogre from the Radiant, Night Stalker Warlock by the Dire, pretty standard. Dire going with Morana, Radiant Tidehunter, Dire Kunkka, so probably a mid Kunkka coming out for them. For the second game in a row, the Remster team has Radiant, but does not have last pick, so I guess they chose Radiant on purpose, I would assume. Or the other team chose last pick and they just got Radiant. Either way, they went with an Ogre again, but this looks like a 5 Ogre and a 3 Tidehunter, pending any sort of swaps.
Yeah, probably.
And while the Dire has pretty similar set roles, but this Night Stalker can just be off lane or safe lane depending how they see it. And there's the OD against the Kunkka.
Yeah.
Very favorable matchup by the OD. You can Astral to save from Bolt and Dex. You can Astral pretty much anything from the Dire except like the Night Stalker silence. Wraith King band coming out from the Dire. Should probably see some sort of safe lane band coming out from the Radiant here. Maybe like a Juggernaut. Or they could just go to try to ban out mid, and I think Monkey might be a decent ban. I don't know. Nier can just play so many heroes. They ban out the Mars instead, so they're thinking it's the safe lane Night Stalker again.
I don't think. They're gonna do that.
They go for the Bristleback, so that's probably more the reason why they banned the Mars. So the safe lane Bristleback still having, I guess, the issue of who's jumping in, but they do have the Tidehunter, so
Yeah.
I mean, Viper banned, Timbersaw banned. Not too many counters for this Bristleback right now.
This Dire team does not like playing against him, so.
I mean, they don't really have any way to kill him. Like, the Bonds, I think, is good against Bristle, because you bond him and his whole team, and you just hit the Bristle 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but in terms of just playing against the Bristle himself, not very good for the Radiant. Or not very good for the Dire. But I mean, this is where you pull out the next pick, Trugent.
For what, offlane?
Anything. You have the
What?
break.
Wow.
Break Kraken, you can break Bristleback.
Against an OD.
I mean, yeah, you're against
Yeah.
3 int heroes. It's the big brain play.
Just go mid.
I mean, you get a free carapace every time he quill sprays, so
And
free carapace done. I don't think they'll do it, but it's a big brain play.
I mean, they won't, but it's funny, so.
I mean, they don't. They go with the sniper, so classic OD counter. That will be the near sniper, so Sev's dreams against playing against a 4K player, not today. Because normally Bearcat's their mid,
Yeah.
I think. Alright, time for me to turn down that stupid monkey noise. It's actually my second least favorite noise,
What's your least favorite?
the mosquito buzz.
Mosquito Buzz isn't even funny.
Mosquito buzz is really annoying because I have mosquito problems sometimes where I live.
No.
Makes me cringe. On the inside.
Just posted cringe.
What is this Warlock set?
It's the edgy one.
Looks like he's... I don't know where I'm going with that. I mean, everybody in the game has cosmetics, so that's a promising start.
That is a good start.
You have Ogre Winfrey as Ogre Magi.
Wow.
He knows.
They planned it.
The highlight of the mid lanes. There's a lot of Dota 2.
It's a small amount.
Set to free camera, set last hits. Alright, on your Radiant team we have Ogre Winfrey on the Ogre Magi, starting with the Stout Shield. Position 5, we have Divine player Sev. Actually, did they not ticket that previous lobby?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they ticketed it. Or set the league, because now you can see like the people's actual names. In last game you couldn't.
No.
That feels weird, man. W. Anyways, we have Sev on the Outward Devourer going mid. We have Remster on the position 1 Bristleback. Nutty Pizza on the Tidehunter. Starting with the Stout Shield. Very nice, very nice. And we have Shinobu on the position 4 Lina. On your Dire, we have Bearcat on the Safe Lane Night Stalker for the second game in a row. We have HT Hero on your Mirana, starting with the Magic Stick yet again. I don't know if he knows you can buy that at Side Shop, but
I don't think he does.
one day he will learn. We have 127 on your offlane Kunkka, also starting with the Magic Stick. Do not know why. We have Nier on your Sniper middle lane, standout player for the Dire team, already starting with the headshot, so trying to put as much pressure on this OD as he can. And we have Chirps on your Warlock. We have Radiant getting 4 bounty runes. I'm not really sure what Dire's doing, but that is already pretty much a 700 gold lead for the Radiant. 750, pretty much.
That is, as they say, a big number.
Sev getting the Astral off on the Sniper level 1. Does miss the last hit, but is able to put a little bit of fear into him. As far as warding goes, Radiant has this really weird ward behind the Dire tier 1. I guess it does watch the pole camp, but still, not too big of a fan unless you're going to be hyper aggressive. Dire only has 1 ward up, I think, unless there's one top. Does not look like it.
No, there is.
Oh, it's just in the trees.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. We have Kunkka getting very low to Bristle Quills. Might be going down here. I don't think so. But he does have a Mango on the Bristle if he wants to use it. Will in fact do so. Maybe the Mirana goes down too here. Fire Blast coming out, and that's just a 2 for 0. Bristleback taking a lot of aggro from that tower. Maybe goes down to a Tidebringer. If he was in range, does not use it on the Bristle. So double TPs coming out from the Dire after respawning. Bristle already with 1 kill, 1 assist. Has to pop the salve, but definitely worth it for him there. This Night Stalker has 9 last hits, surprisingly, against this Lina Tidehunter lane. You'd figure both these heroes are super good against Night Stalker overall. I have 1 sad face coming out from the Warlock. I assume his clarity was cancelled or something of the sort.
Feels bad. Maybe I cancel a man's clarity over it.
Arcane Rune in the bottom. Sev not doing so hot mid, but it is early on. Sniper doesn't have a ton of last hits, but you figure this lane will not get any easier for OD as time goes on. Until he's able to just astral and leave the lane, of course. At that point, it's whatever. 2-1-1 build coming up from the Sniper, very common. 0-2-1 from the OD, also common.
What's going on?
Who? Oh,
dead,
Night Stalker.
Yeah. That is a tree.
Eat it. Oh, he ate the wrong tree. Oh no.
Oh no.
Disaster.
You really do.
And his clarity gets cancelled again.
Dislike to perceive this.
I mean, yeah, that's just gonna happen against a Night Stalker lane. You have Gush, and you have the Lina. Lina going 2 points in LSA at level 3, very interesting.
That's fine.
I mean, I think that Dragon Slave being more
It's only
levels is probably
85.
better.
It's only 85 damage, so it's not that big of a deal, I think.
I mean, I think you don't really want to get like level 1 Dragon Slave is garbage, but you have a lot of range on it at least.
I guess.
The level 2 is like where you really spam
Zoka's
it.
getting gone on. He just gets torn into arrow.
It's a bit unfortunate for the Ogre, but he'll come back a big and strong boy.
He will be the big ogre,
I have
man.
a DD on the Sniper, getting Astral. Doesn't look like anything will come from that. Top lane, Tidehunter getting gone on a little bit, but should be fine. Does get Shadow Worded, so probably have to back up himself. Lina just using LSAs at will, pretty much. Tidehunter just using the salve, has the soul ring up already. Pretty much. Top lane's pretty even. Mid lane, slightly OD favored in terms of last hits, but Sniper favored in denies. Makes sense. Bottom lane, pretty much just Bristleback favored. It's a really rough lane for the Kunkka. I mean, that's just what's gonna happen when you put Kunkka off lane. Warlock run down by Tidehunter top lane. Meanwhile, as far as the runes, looks like it was a 2-2 trade. Yeah, I mean, OD's keeping up with Sniper really well with this. I mean, I think he's just ferrying out a lot of regen, and that's how he's able to sustain it.
Who is?
DOD.
Yeah, I think so.
His bottom lane's really battling. If Mirana going for the Ogre kill, not able to shoot that arrow. Top lane, we have Night Stalker being forced out. This Lina cannot buy an LSA.
Sniper's just gonna TP out to the
Sniper
shrine.
TP into Shrine. Meanwhile, top lane, Lina actually hitting an LSA. It's a miracle. Tidehunter does not have mana, but they are still able to get the kill. Level 1 Dragon Slave.
Do they want to play with Fire G? That's the real question.
I mean,
I think the answer's no.
probably not. I mean, Kunkka is behind the tier 1 tower that's not his. Meanwhile, Ogre getting pathed pretty hard. Not able to find that kill. Pretty unfortunate. Yeah, so far this laning stage very heavily favoring the Radiant team yet again. You have two pretty much wand lanes and then one even lane on the top. I'd say it's pretty even though the Night Stalker has more CS just because he has 2 deaths. And Tidehunter does have 102 in terms of his KDA. So I would think that's pretty even. Kunkka getting gone on in the bottom lane. Bristol just going to get X back. Ogre is very
aggressive.
Getting body blocked. Kunkka still should be dead. Torrent does come out though. Ogre getting pretty low. Going to get arrowed. Ogre is dead. Kunkka is not. Not a good trade by the Radiant at all. Ogre very far in. Thankfully he is a position 5 Ogre and does not give that much gold, but...
He's the only player in the game with 0 CS.
Selena is doing the big hit on Night Stalker, but Night Stalker does have 8 armor. Before Gush. 13 after, or 13 before Gush. OD going for the Midas, not opting to go for the Veil this game. Sniper as well going for the Midas, but maybe stopping to get his boots first. Interesting enough, Sniper does not have ult skilled at level 6.
That is definitely something.
I guess since he's not planning on rotating, it's not that big of a deal for him. Bristleback just doing some very low HP juggling right now. Lena doing a very good Swish impression with only one... Actually, no, that's a Lizard. I keep putting Swish as the guy that only does a couple item slots, but it's not Swish.
It could be.
I mean, I would hope not.
Okay.
I mean, that's just Lena hiding in the trees and then Night Stalker ulting. I mean, yeah, it should just be 2 kills.
Yeah.
Very good rotation by the OD. Sees the opportunity. Night Stalker using his ult in nighttime. Very much a waste at that point. Bottom brawling a bit, but Mirana does have leaps up. Kunga with a very interesting 1-2-2 skill build, even as offlane. Guess he really wants that 200 cast range on the X.
And there's also the cooldown. Got nerfed a lot.
Oh yeah.
Leveling up to level 2 brings it to what it was, level 1 last patch, so...
I mean, I don't know if Kunkka really needed a nerf that bad, but... As far as runes look, we have Radiant picking up 2, Dire picking up 2. Oh, there's still a bounty rune available.
No, it's 3 and 1.
Yeah, now it's 3 and 1.
Yeah. Radiant is up by 3k.
Oh yeah, the Tide lane's the worst lane for Radiant. He still has...
This Kunkka's getting converged on in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Kunkka should be dead, but does get the boat out.
This Tide might be dead actually. Oh,
gets the Ravage off, dies to the tower. Very unfortunate. Kunkka's still very tanky with the boat buff. He should go down though. Buys the tome on death, so no tome for one of his supports. Probably the Marana. Meanwhile, Lina dying in the top lane to a sniper rotation. Sniper has his Midas up. OD
actually
as well.
Taking CDR. It's a miracle.
I mean, I got a feel for the Dire heroes that aren't the sniper this game though. This Night Stalker has a little bit of farm, but he does have 3 deaths. This Kunkka pretty much in the same boat. His tower's already gone.
Going on the sniper top. Yeah.
Sniper dying to Laguna. Warlock soon to follow, getting caught by the Astral. Moonlight Shadow used to try to bring those heroes out, but just a wasted ult at that point. The Ancients do not like the Mirana aggro because she's still invisible. Very nice, very nice.
Incredible.
That's kind of dumb, honestly, but oh well.
Pretty funny.
Kunkka now has his Tidebringer maxed at level 8. They're going on the Bristleback.
Bristle's got arrow. I think he's just gonna be
pretty dead.
Yeah.
Overestimating his strength with the Vanguard. I mean, I don't think he was gonna die until they hit the boat.
Yeah.
Titan are going for Vlad's. Nice Stalker ult used up top. Should be a kill on the Lina. He's getting pretty low though. Having to use the Warlock ultimate. Not really sure if that's worth at that point. Mirana also rotating. Tidehunter's just in the middle of 3 heroes and 1 golem. And he's just gonna go down too. Just a chained feed from the Radiant up top. All that
gone on by the bristle.
All that just set up by the kill on the bristle bottom lane, allowing the Mirana to rotate.
Yeah.
OD almost has his Kaya up. Get him going for after that. Sniper farming up Dire Woods. Has his Dragon Lance? No, just has his treads. So after the Tidehunter's great start, back-to-back deaths, and he's now pretty much even with the Night Stalker and the Kunkka for net worth. Not really anyone farmed in this game except the OD. If you look at net worth, he's the only one above 5,500 at 14 minutes.
It's pretty much all of the Radiance now with advantage. It's like small bits and pieces here and there, but...
Ogre going for the Midas as position 5. Very nice, very nice. Getting the double stun on the Night Stalker. Ravage coming out, hitting 3 heroes. That is 1 dead, 2 dead, about to be 3 dead. Radiant just cleaning up on the top lane. Kunkka having a TP, but choosing not to use it there. Just thinking that fight's pretty much just over by the time he would get there. I don't know, I feel like this offline Kunkka needs to be making the plays and not responding to them. Like, is this the Kunkka's first rotation off the bottom lane at 15 minutes?
The Kunkka's going Halberd, he has Halberd Radiance and his Quick Buy. Not sure what he's going to be going for.
Like, I know Kunkka isn't necessarily like the most gank-oriented offlaner, but you have X, you have Boat, I feel like you need to be going other places. Like, I know he's technically like the only hero that can sit bottom and not die to Bristleback, but...
I feel like this Kunkka needs like an Iron or something.
I mean, I think Vessel is super good against Bristleback this game.
Very odd.
I mean, in terms of runes, they just split them 2-2. Night Stalker going for the exact same build he went last game. He's Moonlight Shadowed in the middle of a creep wave, so Radiant knows they're invisible, but OD still might get caught by this. Maybe not. The Bristleback is a buffer a bit. Uses the ult. Doesn't really catch anyone.
He's getting both. He's got arrows here.
Very weird from the Radiant team. They knew they were invisible there. And they still were able to pick up the Sniper, maybe able to pick up the Night Stalker as well off the back of this. Bristleback just providing this huge buffer. We'll trade 2 for 2, mids and off lanes. So at the end of the day, not that bad for the Radiant team after losing their OD that early on. Warlock just slowly dying, so technically they won that engagement in terms of hero kills.
Yeah.
Alright, let me look at where my stream is compared to Sev's stream. Let's see, he's at 13 something. I'm like 20 seconds ahead. Okay, that's fine.
You like that illusion bait smiley face? Hello?
Imagine saying you like that illusion bait after you lose a fight.
Yeah, if you lose the fight, like,
It's like, huh.
You posted the XD?
Like, I think if they wouldn't have lost the Warlock, it would have been about an even fight. Maybe a little bit Dire favored even, because they're down, but...
I think Dire actually got, like, more gold out of them.
I mean, they got more gold, but it's a fight where OD dies first, and the Radiant still salvage it.
Not great.
He almost has the OD blink now, so it's one way to get into the fight.
His Pidus.
What happened?
Ogre almost has his Pidus.
Wow.
He's doing it.
And these dire supports are super underfarmed. Like, this Lena's going 4 staff, but she still...
Lena's going Yule.
Or not, the Marana, not the Lena.
Oh.
Lena has her ether up going Yules.
Yeah.
This Lena's feels super nice because she has her ether already up. Like, you can just ether from so far away off of a Nastral. Ogre, alright, double multicast off his first Midas usage. Very nice, very nice. Almost level 10. I mean, this game could get out of control very quickly. Like, the Dire have a really good high ground defense lineup, but as soon as this hits daytime, it's going to be very hard for them to try to take a fight. I mean, there's 5 bottom lane right now, so they've got to try to kill this Bristleback. And they're using the Torrent. He had his front to them, but this is still a very hard kill to get.
It's Crimson, so...
I mean, they're not getting this kill unless they use, like, big ults. I mean, they're using Bolt now, but it's just to save the Night Stalker at this point, having the Moonlight Shadow away. Ravage is used. They do not have any detection in the area. Meanwhile, on the back by Night Stalker killing off the Lena but dying himself. Tidehunter also going down. Where's the vision for Radiant?
Not here. I think.
They're able to pick up the Marana off on the back line. But, I mean, that's a 2-for-2 fight with Radiant having pretty much the Bristleback be unkillable.
Yeah.
So, my dog is in the background.
No.
Alright, good. Because she is barking and it's very loud. Alright, Ogre's just dying. Doesn't even get the rune. Very unfortunate. Maybe OD goes down 2 here. That's a throw.
Yeah.
They don't even get the bounty rune off that. Lena does, though. Very sneaky. I mean, this Kunkka's doing a little bit of work now. Now that he's finally moved off his lane.
Yeah.
He's now 4th in net worth. This Warlock is going in Atos. Very interesting.
Atos. I don't know why.
Alright, Ogre has... Ogre, massive Pidus. OD, massive Pidus.
Oh no.
Bristleback has his pipe up on the courier. Lena getting gone on middle. Does not have mana for the Torrent dog Kunkka. The 20 charge wand. Opting not to use it. This Tidehunter is still very far away from any sort of blink or 4-staff item. Lena about halfway to her Yules. Night Stalker almost has his Ags. A bit better timing than last game. Lena almost 4-staff. Kunkka has gold for his Halberd. Sniper bringing out his Maelstrom. Pretty much has his base items, going Pike next. And Warlock trying to get that darn Atos.
He's got a rune. I don't know why this Kunkka has a Radiant queued up. I feel like it's far too late.
I feel like it's just being optimistic, but I don't know. I feel like if he has a Vessel into a Halberd, that's a super good build, but like, he doesn't have an urn, Night Stalker doesn't have an urn. I don't think we've seen an urn either of these 2 games on either team.
We haven't.
Like, in these fast-paced games, like, I almost feel like you can even go urn on OD in these games. Like, you get an urn instead of a null tally or something.
Which I think urn bristles actually pretty good.
An urn bristle's fine too. I'm just saying is that OD's more likely to be involved in kills than Bristle, I would think.
That's true.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just overrating Urn as an item, but I think it's super valuable.
I think it's very good.
It's like if you're getting kills, it's probably like top tier item. But if you're not getting kills, it's still okay. I mean, you get some armor, you get some mana regen, you get +2 stats, which is a little bit.
Something.
All right, Kunkka up to his old tricks, just sitting bottom again.
Oh no.
I mean, it's really hard for Radiant to push into this, because this Tidehunter does not have a lot of tankiness at this point. Like, he only has 1600 health. Like, this Tidehunter has as much HP as your OD. That's with OD on int treads, not even strength.
We'll see. No one on Radiant is very tanky right now.
I mean, Bristle has...
Even this Bristle's only got 2.2k.
I mean, he does have Crimson Pipe.
That's true.
Bristleback's strength gain is pretty low, considering.
Yeah.
But I mean, Night Stalker has his Ags completed. Kunkka has Halberd, so they're both very tanky. Sniper just going for his Mjolnir, going to be very hard to get in these fights, and at the end of the day, who's going to catch Sniper on the Radiant? It almost has to be an LSA into a Laguna, right?
Yeah.
Like, once OD has BKB Hex, sure, but that's still 5,000 gold away. I mean, they're gonna have the Tide Blink, which is a very big pickup. So they need to Tide, buy your Blink Dagger, sir. If you're going to fight, please buy your Blink Dagger. It's like, he can buy his Blink and they smoke, and they just take this, like, fight at 25 minutes before Night Stalker can even get there, but I don't know. Like, they're controlling the Dire jungle a bit. They might try to take this tier 2, but it is nighttime now, so not the easiest. Meanwhile, Dire grouping up to take the tier 2 bottom, just trying to mirror the Radiant. I don't know, I feel like Radiant had a sizable lead, but it's pretty much negligible now. It's like they have a 4,000 lead, but I feel like there really aren't any big item leads. The only item that Radiant has that's of super value is the BKB OD right now. But the Dire have a Mjolnir Sniper, so even that's kind of counteracted. Because, like, Ogre doesn't have any items yet. He has a 4-staff, but that's pretty much what a Dire support would have at this point.
Yeah.
The Blink is in the stash of the Tidehunter. Will not have it for this fight if they choose to take it. Bristleback being gone on does get 5-second arrowed, so he is down for a little bit. Night Stalker getting gone on does get Laguna. It's still alive. Rock is dropped. Boat coming out, hitting both the Tide and the Bristleback. Ravage on just the Kunkka pretty much. The two Radiant tanks getting pretty low. OD getting disarmed on the back line. Already used BKB, so not able to take that off. Does get torrented. Very, very bad fight for the Radiant. Getting picked off just one by one. Bristleback at the very end, barely alive. Maybe going down to the Night Stalker and the Sniper.
This Night Stalker might die. They can't kill him. That is one tanky boy.
And it's still a 4-for-0 fight, so very unfortunate that they do not have the Blink on the Tidehunter at that point. I mean, are we almost looking at an OD buyback for this?
Honestly, maybe.
They might take this tier 3. They don't have Glyph.
Oh no!
Oh no, he's just gone.
He's gone. He's done.
I mean, shouldn't they pause? I know he's dead, but
I feel like they shouldn't go and fight if he's DC.
I mean, the point of being connected is that he can buy back. Like, I feel like he would buy back if he was in this game, True Gen, and they were fighting.
Probably.
I mean, maybe not because they're holding, but maybe it was just a bait.
And then the sniper bosses. Alright then.
They didn't all chat anything, right?
No, they didn't.
Like, no,
LOL.
nobody said anything. Oh no, Sev stream. Oh no, ending stream, DC'd internet fishy.
Oh no.
Wait, Fish Moly isn't a Twitch emote anymore?
What? I didn't even know it was a Twitch emote.
I think of a different Twitch emote.
It's a better Twitch TV emote.
Oh. It's a BT TV. Thought it was a Twitch emote.
Apparently not.
Feels bad, man. Anyways, Radiant somehow hold their tier 3 there. I don't know why Dire just didn't take it, but I guess they didn't have the crest.
It's too hard.
Alright, OD blinking on the Kunkka and Ashling him. Not much to come from that though. This Halberd pickup, very good against OD. I mean, they have the blink on the Tidehunter now, so Radiant can look to fight after the 30-minute mark. Sniper does have Shadow Blade though, so they will need to bring detection on more than 0 heroes. Right now they have double detection on 1 hero, and the remaining 4 heroes have 0. Very nice. His Ogre is just OB. He has his Midas, he has no detection and no support items.
You love to see it.
Wow, he has the detection.
He
now.
does? He's doing it.
I don't know, I don't really like these 5 ogres going Midas, honestly. Like, it's okay, I guess, but
Pretty bad, I think.
I mean, you gotta be able to... I don't know. I think if you get the Ogre Midas, it's a sign of the game going super long. I don't think you want the game to go super long with a Bristle and an OD.
Probably not.
Like, yeah, OD
He's
ult.
fine super late, I think.
Who?
OD.
I mean...
Just because BKBs get low, you have to plus 60 seconds on your Arcane Orb. Fights go super long at that point.
I think
so.
I think he peaks pretty early, considering like he is
I mean, he peaks early.
He has
but
very
I
large
feel like
pickoff
he's fine.
potential late, but in terms of just overall strength,
I don't know. I think it's probably fine.
I think it's just harder for him to win fights later on. And it's daytime, so Radiant on the push. I think. Yeah, Radiant getting 2 runes, Radiant getting 2 runes.
Kunkka is still going for the Radiance.
Radiant Courier dying. Mirana very far out of base, having to use double leap to get out. Ravage on the backline, catching 3 heroes. Sniper as well. Sniper getting blown up by the OD ult, already out of the fight. BKB's popped by pretty much everyone. This Nice Dogger really wants this Lina. Bristleback in the meanwhile going on the backlines of the Dire team. Tidehunter tanking an arrow. Going down pretty low to the Golem. This fight pretty much just a 1-for-1 at this time. Warlock getting Atos by his own Atos. And that's just a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. A lot of posturing, not a lot of actual kills. But Sniper no buyback should just be a tier 3 for the Radiant. Sev somehow playing better after getting disconnected for 1 minute. There's an arrow on the
his cheats,
Bristleback. dodging boat. Tidehunter not so lucky. They took the tier 3, so... Sniper up in 10 seconds. Dire... This Warlock really likes Atoising himself. 5-second arrow on the Bristleback might spell his doom even with being astraled. Ogre caught as well. Bristleback maybe surviving Ogre as a sacrifice, but looks like Ogre is out as well. Pretty much trading a Tidehunter for a tier 3 at 32 minutes, so... Not the best trade, not the worst trade. OD has his Hex up, going Kayasha now. Bristleback has his Lotus going AC. Ogre Magi sitting on 3,300 gold. Trying to decide what big item he wants. Trying to go Vessel at 33 minutes. Let's see how that turns out. Tidehunter finishing up his crest. Lina almost has a 4-staff up and running. Meanwhile, we have Nightstalker going for a crest of his own. This Marana saying, screw it, I'm going carry, going for the Maelstrom here.
Radiant are scanning.
Kunkka still going for the Radiance, feeling like that's his best item here. Sniper going for the Silver Edge against the Bristle and Tidehunter. And this Warlock just has an Atos. Bristleback being gone on top, will get 4-staff. Is Atos, but Dire can't really fight unless they want to pop the Nightstalker ultimate. Boat coming out, hitting on no one, but run buff on 3 heroes. Bristleback very deep into Dire territory. 4-man Ravage coming out. BKB's popped by the Radiant and Dire. That was a Warlock ult being Lagoona'd, I think. Did you see what got Laguna?
No, I didn't see.
Either way, Radiant taking a better trade here, taking out 2 Dire heroes. Hex on the Kunkka, about to be a 3rd. Sniper still fighting as much as he can. But he's in the front lines. I do not think he wants to be here. Sniper TPing out. Will Ogre get the stun? He will. Sniper going down. GG from the Sniper.
Oh no.
Looking very tilted. Or not. He might just think the game's over. I don't know. I'm not a 5.8k player. Stun on the Kunkka. Going down. The 5-man wipe. Sev with the question mark. My pubs button, sorry.
My pubs button.
Sounds like
My
someone
pubs
says
button.
sounds like someone says GG and pubs a lot. Buyback from the Sniper, trying to hold. Dire Radiant should only get 1 set of racks off this with the Sniper buyback.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of push.
They do not have rock up for 80, so maybe they just get the melee and back. They should get the melee, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's just gonna get headshotted 50 billion times.
Oh no.
Very unfortunate. OD also having to use BKB to back there. And looks like Ogre is also dying. Will he get the rune? Yes. I mean, that's a big swing. That melee Rex will regenerate. Bristleback does die there. They only have to use 1 Sniper buyback, so he's a bit low on gold, but he should still finish the Silver Edge at a very good time. And he hits a DD rune, so pretty much a free Roche for Dire at this point.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
The Silver Edge about to be flying out to the sniper. Night Stalker pretty much has his crest. Marana choosing to maybe go for a Crimson Guard instead of the Maelstrom. Kunkka going for the Relic, but turning it into a Nullifier instead of a Radiance.
Incredible.
They're trying to get to where heroes like Bristle and OD can't get their items off.
I mean, Radiant does already have a Lotus, so...
Yeah. And you can Kraken it off anyway, so...
Yeah. Kind of a weird purchase, I think.
Warlock has a Force Staff. Lena's going for Yules after her Force Staff. Tidehunter has his crest. Bristleback almost has AC.
I feel like this Lena's been going for this Yules for like the past 20 minutes.
I mean, she got the Force Staff instead earlier. Like, she was halfway to her Yules and then decided to go Force.
I guess that makes sense.
Ogre has his Vessel, but it's pretty late in the game to where they need to take a big fight for it to be worth. Has 2,600 gold on top. Took the health talent as a 5 Ogre. I mean, Radiant's up 5k gold, but like 4k of that's on Ogre and 4k is on OD, so...
Yeah.
Aegis is on the sniper, has the full Silver Edge up, so...
Dire is converging.
Dire smoked up.
Oh,
Smoke
no.
maybe will break on the Tidehunter.
They know that they're...
Does break on the Tidehunter, but he does blink out. Moonlight Shadow not committed for this. Marar going Ags instead. Not sure that's the item, but... Alright, our first level 25 coming out on the OD, taking the Int Orb Steal. Things like the Orb Steal and like the Slark Essence Shift really... are like they don't seem like they're super good until you have to play against them.
Yeah.
Or you're just like playing against Slark and it's like, oh, I'm losing 20 stats for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is fun. I mean, it's the same thing with OD. It's like, wow, I can't believe I'm losing 40 int for the next 2.5 minutes.
Sometimes it just be like that.
It's like, if you're a hero like Kunkka, you just can't use all your spells at that point. You're just like, well, we tried our best.
This Night Stalker's also going a Silver Edge. I really do not like this Bristleblade.
I mean, it's good against Tide too, but I feel like the crest is just super value. Night Stalker getting blinked on by the OD is saved by his friend the Warlock.
I feel like it would be a lot better against Tide if they had any...
Don't look at Warlock
spells.
level 20 talent, thanks.
Oh no?
Not sure about that one, Chief.
Disaster?
Warlock, or not Warlock, Ogre going the 40 strength, so not opting for the big bloodlust.
Oh no. GD, they placed the shock award.
What?
Oh no. They placed it, GD.
I mean, it's a bit further up than his was, I think.
The one he placed was on like the logo on the ground, so...
I mean, it was like right in front of the low ground for the tower.
Very, questionable.
Alright, Moonlight Shadow going up. Lina looking to be caught. Using up.
Very dead.
Aegis going down, so
Did expire.
Radiant maybe looking to fight because it is daytime, but hard for them to really do a lot because their only catch is on the Tidehunter. Like, Ogre Magi does in fact have 0 Spirit Vessel charges.
I mean, he just used his one that he had on the Conqueror, so I don't know what that was supposed to do.
He's going for a Hex, but he still needs... I don't know. Just feels like Radiant are getting outmaneuvered a bit despite being ahead in gold. It's like they're not able to get these OD pickoffs, but I mean eventually they will get this sort of insurmountable type gold lead. But I mean, who knows if that'll be enough. The melee Rax in mid is healed to full, so... This Ogre's being very aggressive despite only being a support. It's the 3 times Midas, very nice, very nice. I mean, I guess Radiant just have to slow play it for next Roche at this point. Like, Dire's not really giving them any opportunity to get a pick off. And Radiant can't really go high ground without a pick off. Unless they have that Roche advantage. I mean, they're trying to get this Night Stalker and they will ult for him. But it is an OD ult used. Night Stalker does have ult and buyback if he wants to try to pursue if they can take a favorable fight. A bit off on the arrow. We'll take the range Rax off of this. Buyback coming out from the Night Stalker does not use Dark Ascension before he buys back. Radiant just backing off of that. Looks like they are able to get out with all 5 heroes. Dire on the chase, despite buying back. They do know OD ult is on cooldown, but Radiant taking this high ground position. Ravage used, hitting on 1 Warlock. Boat coming out, does hit the Tidehunter. Tidehunter very low. Warlock ult on 3, already used bonds. Tidehunter is down. Radiant having to back up off this. Bristleback does get arrowed. Nothing really to follow up with it immediately though. Lina getting gone on by the Night Stalker. Meanwhile, Sniper is plinking away on this Bristleback. He is broken, now unbroken. Lina going down. OD pretty much no targets, even though he is full health and mana. Just no one to go on at this time. Bristleback just getting plinked on 5,000 times by this Sniper. Does walk into the arrow. Is going to eventually go down even with the Astral save. Kunkka looking for an X on the OD, not able to find it, but that is 4 kills for the Dire team. Not the best fight coming out from Radiant, trying to go for that re-engage with the Ravage, only connecting on the Warlock. Bristleback does get arrowed. They do not have enough to focus him down, but he still gets very low. Does get Atos, but he has the Lotus available after the Nullifier wears off. Tidehunter also buys back, so now Dire is ahead in gold now. Roche coming up very soon. Radiant down 2 buybacks, Dire down 1. I mean, you can see where Radiant's coming from trying to take that fight, because if Sniper dies once, the game's over.
You kind of have to almost.
I mean, it's just a weird, trying to take a weird fight, because I think they thought that Dire was a lot closer to the middle part of the lane than they were. Like, Dire was hanging out about...
They also just didn't hit the Sniper with the Ravage, so...
Oh yeah.
I think if they do, they probably kill him soon.
I mean, it's just rough because, like, OD has the money for Refresher, just doesn't have the Refresher. So his one ult to kill the Night Stalker is pretty much just that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Night Stalker buyback. It's not the Sniper buyback. I forgot. The Sniper buyback was a lot earlier.
Wow.
Yeah, Sniper has his
Radiant are scanning.
full BKB now, 10 seconds. Plus the CDR, has his level 25. Night Stalker being gone on. Tidehunter a bit late on the minus armor. Tidehunter broken, getting plinked on by the Sniper, is going down. Bristleback just getting hit really. Double ult by the OD, not really doing a ton, but Night Stalker does go down. Sniper to follow. That is double OD ult used, but
And we got 2 kills off of it, so...
I mean, it's... What's that guy? Alright, I'm done. I mean, it's not necessarily the damage at that point, it's just all of the... Like, the mana loss, too. Like this...
I mean,
Like, this Sniper is down to 200 mana, this Night Stalker is down to 150.
yeah.
레디언트의 3부 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
It is big damage, so... I don't know. Just kills the Night Stalker and then the Sniper's on like 500 health.
I mean, not really sure what this Bristle and Ogre are doing.
They're going.
Just trying to push up high ground by themselves. Just getting gone on by the Dire team. Looks like both will be going down here. I mean, it was a Sniper buyback, but now Bristle doesn't have buyback. That's just a free Roche by the Dire if they want to choose. Or they could just take 2 lanes at this point. Alright, maybe 1 lane with the Night Stalker down, but still. Like, they don't have OD ult for 80 seconds either. They don't have they have Ravage up in 20 when the tide's up, but looks like they're just going Roche off this. Giving Aegis to Sniper without buyback.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, just Dire outmaneuvering Radiant after yet another poor laning phase. There's a gem on the ground in the middle lane.
Hey, what?
Right next to the 2-0. If a gem is dropped on death, it doesn't give vision, right?
It doesn't give vision, it just gives true sight.
Does it give vision if you just manually drop it, though?
Yes.
I never understood that mechanic after it was added.
It's very odd.
Yeah, they still get 1 set of racks here, even with the Aegis taking a
This
little
is the
bit.
first time Dire's been ahead in gold the entire game, so...
No, they were ahead a little bit earlier.
중부 병영이 파괴되었습니다.
About like the 31-minute mark.
레디언트의 하부
Very briefly. But what is it?
Yeah, it was like they went ahead after they got the bottom tier 3, I think. Alright, that is a 4 times Hex.
It's like 4-0?
Alright, they're able to take away the Aegis. A lot of BKBs used for both teams. Able to secure the second melee racks. That is a 4-man Ravage into 4-man OD ult. Night Stalker going down. Warlock all used. Bristleback just TPing into all of the Dire team. Is getting muted a bit, but catching the arrow should still survive. Buyback out from the Ogre. Kunkka to be going down. Dire having to pretty much back off of that. Where's the detection? I mean, Dire loses the Night Stalker and an Aegis. But they get 2 lanes of racks. It's not the best trade, but it's pretty solid to get some runes too.
It's fine, I think.
I mean, for how poorly Radiant can push, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like, they do have the AC on the Bristleback, but
Even then, it's not amazing.
this Tidehunter almost has a Shivas. That 3-man's Hex.
Oh. Thanks, Nick. Very cool. This bristle now has a bash.
I don't like taking the warpath damage unless you have Ags, honestly.
Yeah. Looks good.
Like, I like that. I don't really like the spell lifesteal that much because then most feels like you have to have Octarine, but
It's not even that much lifesteal, honestly.
I mean, the issue is that for the warpath, it's hard to keep up that many. Like, it's hard to keep up all those stacks when you don't have an Ags, though. Because, like, you have to actually target the goo and whatnot.
This bristle can see the gem. I don't know why. Apparently it does give vision if it's just dropped. I didn't know that.
I mean, if your goal is to tank, I think the spell lifesteal is probably better. If your goal is to, like, be this huge damage dealer and get an Ags, then... I mean, eventually he'll get an Ags, though, if this game goes that late. Kunkka running into Bristle. Kunkka... I thought...
Bash him! Bash him, nice! You love to see it.
I mean, I don't think he's dead, but...
Oh, he's not.
Oh, Bodhi's coming. He's actually dead.
I'm just kidding.
Well... I don't know why he was there, but...
He's farming!
That might be very costly. No, at least
Nice,
force a
it's
Kunkka
700
buyback
gold.
here. I don't know, I hate this super late game Dota where it's just buyback oriented. It's like, it's hype if it's like pro teams doing it, but if it's like 3Ks and 4Ks doing it, they're just gonna suck. That is a Warlock Golem. So, Rock is down. That's possibly a bait because he does have Refresher in terms of gold, if he wants to buy it out. So finding the sniper, able to get the kill on him, no buyback. On cooldown for still 2 minutes. Is Radiant winning this fight off of this? Like, is Radiant just winning the game? Like, Warlock still has not bought his Refresher Orb. Like, he could have another Golem here.
He's saving it for next game. Come on now.
Double Warlock, or double OD used Kunkka without buyback as well. This Warlock is still not buying his Refresher. I think the game's just... Alright, maybe not over. Nightstalker is going a bit ham. Radiant fighting very sporadically.
Too many irons on the fire.
Alright, Radiant does not have creeps in the base anymore. Very nice. So,
Hello?
I mean... Radiant, or Dire lives to see another day. And Warlock buys his Refresher at the very end of that fight. just because. Nightstalker getting gone on.
Good, dude.
I don't think he's dead to this, just because either he's dead because of OD rotations, or he's not. This is a very topsy-turvy, but they should be getting
a lot of damage.
They should be getting this one axe. Going for the game. Kunkka's still dead for 60. They do have one Warlock rock up if he chooses to refresh. They just bound
that bristle to literally no
bristle
one.
to no one. Very nice, very nice. They do have a Golem up, True Gent. Alright.
Oh, he did it.
Using the Golem. And this game's just over.
Yes.
I mean,
absolutely
this
incredible.
is not that big of a throw by the Dire, but
it was definitely their game to lose after some point. Oh, no creeps.
never mind.
They do not have creeps.
I don't know where the creeps went, but they are not in the base.
They do not have creeps.
This game is a contest. I feel sick for Radiant right now. Absolutely sick.
Absolutely incredible. How's that gonna happen?
I think that's a Lena dieback too. I mean, we talked about how they don't really have building damage. Like, this Tidehunter took the 25% CDR.
I mean, that's fine, I think.
I mean, I think if your team's having issues killing buildings, maybe the damage could be better.
I mean, yes, but
Because Lena doesn't have damage. She's going Deso, but... I mean, if they can hold this Bristle buyback...
레디언트의 상부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Well, Nightstalker getting hexed in the top lane. That is a very big kill.
Rudy is...
Oh, don't look at how much gold Seth has, by the way.
I looked at it, JD.
Kunkka getting gone on in the top lane. Kunkka dying, Sniper dying, reverse counter throws. Bristleback still not having to bite back throughout all of that. You hate to see it.
Sev? Just buy an axe, my guy. Sev's DC.
Sev just took the money and ran.
Sev needs to like buy an axe or something.
Remember when Ags on OD was actually like game ruining?
Yes.
And now it's only okay.
I mean, it's pretty good, I think. As like a blessing kind of item.
I mean, you get the big cast range. I mean, he should just buy a moon shard for Bristle.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know, these fights are just... Whew, you can see how it's a very casual league by how it's, how the players treat these long games like, excuse me, I have work tomorrow, let's just get this over with.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, I'm sure half these people have work in the morning, so they're just like, I really don't want this to be an 80-minute game.
Probably.
Ogre Meteor Hammer. I mean, does Radiant just push down mid and end the game?
Yes.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
Except you won't find out next time because there's a filler arc.
Oh no.
Dude, they gotta go to the hot springs again. So Warlock's dead again. He has 2 golems. Let's see if they can make the stand. They have double bonds, double rock. Meteor Hammer coming up from Ogre. That is some damage on the Fountain Trugent.
Yeah, something.
Dire's bottom shrine.
Literally more than 0 damage. Very nice, except it is now 0 damage because the Fountain does recover.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
When they got the 60-minute shrine, Sev has a Moon Shard, gives it to his Bristleback. Very nice. Very good team play. He's about to eat an Ags. Going to base so he can do so and push. Wait, why isn't he just buying it out? He has that plus the buyback. Oh, do you slot out an item for BKB at this point?
On who?
OD, after you use the BKB?
I don't know what you would put.
Double rock used in the pit. Not sure about that one. OD is
good
BKB.
if they kill Bristle.
Bristle still has the buy. Oh no, he does not have money for buyback at this point. He's 400 short. OD getting very low as well. OD going down. Tied as well. both buybacks are available. Both will be used. Ogre, third buyback. Radiant using their money to their advantage. Triple arrow coming out. Doesn't seem like it hits anyone. That is double rock down though. And Radiant have both OD ults up in 10 seconds. They do not have Ravage, but looks like Dire just has to concede this third Rosh. Has the Refresher Shard too, so double Ravage possibly coming online. And yep. So a valiant effort by the Dire, but just unable to win that fight convincingly. They do force the triple buybacks, and I don't think they lost a hero on their side, so they did about as well as they could in that sort of limited engagement.
The Smarano's going a pike.
Using double golem, maybe not the best, but
I mean, it
yeah, the
almost
Smarana has an Ags, which I do not think it does what she thinks it does, but
this ogre is blocking the creeps in the middle. I don't know why.
do I want to know what Ogre just bought?
What a meteor hammer.
No, he's had... Oh, he bought back, that's why he doesn't have gold. I was like, wait, where did his gold go?
I thought he just bought the meteor hammer.
No, he's had that for like 5 minutes.
I was mistaken.
Marana has her boots of travel, very nice, very nice.
Smarana, like, has a race band. And they're like, oh, guess I need to upgrade my 4-star. I'm not sure this is...
Marana is every pub Marana, except she would have a Maelstrom.
They have Glimmer Cape 4-star, so not really.
What?
Good items. Marana's build is fine, apart from the eyes. The eyes should be like a vessel.
Alright, Radiant going up to end the game.
Okay, okay.
Arrow hit on the Tidehunter. Does not look like Dire can do anything about that. Bristle just in the front. Does not have a lot of Warpath charges, but... Alright, Marana missing an arrow on a slow target. Warlock dropped on nothing.
Okay.
He has another rock in 10 seconds, but... Oh, it feels very bad as Marana when you shoot 3 arrows, and there's just, like, targets between the arrows.
Oh, insane.
I mean, Dire doesn't have anything to follow up on that, though. They already used Warlock Golem. They have a second one with the Refresher, but... he's just saving it for a different day. I feel like if he uses it on this Bristle, he dies, but...
Maybe.
Just very hard. I don't know why they ran all the way from bottom after taking the tier 3 to take the top tier 3.
It's pretty hard to kill his bristles, because they have double Ash.
I mean, why didn't they just stay bottom?
Good question.
Why did they go top? Like, why did this entire fight just rotate top?
They gotta go.
Was that laggy for you?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a server.
Tide jumps in, thinks he's gonna get a Ravage, and just lags out. So Tide doesn't have a... I mean, Sniper's dead, but OD might be going down, has the Aegis. Bristle is very low, has to pop the cheese. OD down without buyback. Radiant possibly throwing this game off of this. I don't know, Tide jumped in, the server lagged, and then he didn't get any...
The server lagged and he can't get Ravage.
He has 2 Ravages and can't use either.
That actually sucks.
And that's just a wipe.
How are you supposed to predict that? Like, the server lagging. What? Ridiculous.
Very unfortunate. I mean, they have 2 buybacks, so I don't think Dire ends off this, but... Do you buy back on Radiant to prevent Megas? Probably. I mean, you're fighting 2v4. This Ogre's dead for a very long time. Let's buy back 1. Let's buy back 2. I mean, Dire pretty much has to go for it, but Radiant has to try to defend. They have 0 Warlock Golems, so... Do they have enough to kill the Bristleback?
I don't think
Or do they have enough to kill the Fountain because Lina walked into an arrow? I mean, I think they have enough to kill the Fountain at least, so...
Yeah. They just hit it. Can't really stop them.
I mean, that's just... GG's coming out. Dire
It be how it be.
They're taking the series 2-0.
Oh, I was calling you. I didn't know you were in here. Did you watch those games?
Yeah, we casted them. That's
I don't fucking understand how we win coin toss and fucking choose race. They had last pick both fucking games, dude.
I mean,
both fucking games.
I mean, it could be worse. You could have chosen first pick and got Dire.
Dude.
I don't know. That's super unfortunate. That last fight top, your Tidehunter jumps in, the server lags, and he doesn't get either Ravage off.
Very sad.
It's like, man, I feel for that.
First game, like, I didn't have the best game, but they last picked a Riki against me. Second game, I've tried so fucking hard to win that game of Dota, dude.
Yeah,
I was highest net worth, like, the whole game.
Yeah, that game 2 you won against a sniper lane as OD, so...
You were like 10k ahead for like then the next
against
a
pretty much
like,
6k player.
Like a
10 minutes.
like a high 6k player, dude.
I mean, he's not like high 6k, but he plays like one. Like, he's probably top 5 players in this RD2O main.
And I beat him with OD against Sniper, dude. Oh.
Yeah. Like that guy's won a Div 1 mini as a core player.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that game... I mean, both games you guys were winning after the laning phase.
I definitely fucked up a little bit that first game, but...
I mean, the first game, your game just came screeching to a halt after you died twice.
What?
Your game came screeching to a halt when you, like, died twice. Like, you died, like, by your...
Oh, and then I
your
TP'd, and then I
thing,
TP'd to the shrine and died.
died because your
At that
team
point.
was a bit split up.
I was like, run at them to the shrine. I was like, run at them to the shrine right now, and then I don't know I didn't see what they were doing. Like, I don't know if you watched my stream at all, but I was like trying to micromanage them so hard. I don't know, dude.
I get a message from Near Thing because he was also standing in for EST Sunday. He said, "I'm so glad you and Seth picked me up. If the team I am playing for is any indication of the average team."
I love that.
You'll love to see
I don't know.
it.
Like.
Alright, I'm going to turn off my stream so Seth can flame in peace.
Well,
That's all. Thanks for watching.